Super Chat. Hey, we're live on DeWitt on this special Saturday afternoon, early evening broadcast. Welcome, everybody. I know there's other people streaming and there's a lot of people multi-streaming, etc. So I just thought, yeah, you know what? I have a commitment for tomorrow, so I won't be streaming tomorrow night unless it's a later evening one, impromptu stream. But yes, it'll be... So I thought I'd come tonight and a little early, just for what we're doing tonight, building the 3D print mill finally. So I know there's a few people here, not a lot, but that's great. I see Printer Prawn is on, and Anon Fam and SPC3D, and Milan, hello, and Burnin' Gems, hey, how are you? Too busy watching Ottawa protests to watch 3D printer vids. Yeah, no kidding, right? Incredible what's going on out there. Anyways, so yeah, I'm dual streaming. I am on Twitch and I am on YouTube. So welcome, everybody. Yes, apparently this is going to be a collector's item box. Apparently she no longer supports this or something. I don't know what's gone on, but... yeah, so this will be a collector box, so I got to make sure I hang on to this box. Not that it's going to have any value down the road, but you never know. At least the end panels, anyways, that have the picture on it, because I don't think they ship with her image on it anymore. So anybody, you guys, anyways, let me know if you have any audio troubles. I've tried to set up the camera angles in here to get the best view of this build. I don't know how long it's going to take me doing this on my own. Hey, how you doing, Bear? So we'll see how long it takes me if I get a chance to actually print with it tonight. If not, maybe I'll pop on tomorrow or Monday later in the evening and get the prints going, because I still don't even know what slicer to use, etc. I'm hoping they have a test print file on the SD card that'll come with this. So changing her mind and burning bridges. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I have heard. I don't follow up on it, keep up to them too much. So hey, Jeff Hutchins, welcome from BC. Glad to see you here. And Dougal, hey, how are you? So it looks like we have 11 people on. Oh, we only have 1 on Twitch so far and 10 on YouTube. I like to see that. One of these days, Twitch is going to slap my hand for dual streaming, but hey, what the heck? So there we go. Anyways, let's get at it. So I'll show you the views I got. Now I've got the split screen view. I've got this kind of a view that I've got coming from this angle here. And I have my close-up camera for when we need to zoom in on anything. I have an overhead view, kind of an overhead view here that we're going to try and... Let's move this big box down a little bit here. And then, of course, I got my split screen view, which I think I'll maybe use this one a lot, because that gives you an option of viewing wherever you need to make it. Hey, Hutch's Makerspace, welcome from BC. Thank you for tuning in. So we only have 11 people. As I say, there's a lot of people streaming. Jerry's got a stream going on right now that looks like it's going to keep going for a while. So maybe some people are going to be watching different screens. But I figure anybody that's interested in this 3D print mill and how a live build would go on it would tune in, and that's perfectly fine. So let's get started. Let's open the box and let's see how it's going to go. So let me know if I have any audio issues. I'm actually going to drag this screen over to my other monitor so that I can keep an eye on the chat. There we go. So I can keep an eye on the chat right over here, Look at all my fingers pointing. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arms in the video here. So I can keep an eye on the chat as we go. I do have the roller assembly as well for the prints rolling off the thing. So we can put that together after. But right now, let's take this monstrosity of a box. I turned my mic off when I leaned over the box. Where did I get the cool 3D printer at? Hey, Paul Cumber. This was a Kickstarter. So this was it's never been opened. It's been on my floor for months. Never been opened. So this is the first time this box has been opened. And it's about time. So only if it was a sponsored laser. Yeah, exactly. There we go. So yeah, I just haven't had the space or the time or the readiness or preparedness to open this yet. So finally, let's get her done. And I'm glad it was a Kickstarter. I don't remember what I even paid on Kickstarter for this, but I know it's about half of what it's retailing for now on the Creality site. So I got a really good deal by getting in. I think I was number 21 or something on the Kickstarter on this thing. So let's have a look and see. Man, this is a massive box, and it's going to be heavy, and it's going to test my strength to pull this stuff out. You just ordered a Kingroon 3D printer, Paul? Yeah, they're great little printers. I kind of like them. Okay, everybody ready? Dum-ba-da-da. Okay. This is going to take a lot of space. Is the audio okay, everybody? I've been having audio issues, but now that I've hooked my internet directly up, I think we're going to be okay. So just let me know. So first thing we have in here, oh, they even got, I don't know if I want this, but they've included, which I didn't know, if I show on the close-up, they've included this Creality Cloud Box, which I've heard nothing but no good about. So I guess that was a Kickstarter, I don't know, stretch goal bonus. So I don't even know if I need to open that, because I don't even know if that's even in existence anymore. So yeah, audio is 5x5. Good stuff. Awesome. So we have a Creality Cloud Box. And it looks like we have some propaganda. This is probably a quick start guide. We'll look at that in a minute. We have a 1/4 kilogram, it looks like, 200-gram roll of white filament to go with it. Cool. That it's kind of ironic that you have a print mill that sort of prints forever, and they give you a 200-gram roll of filament. So, yeah. Who else has popped in? Big Bad Blair, 1982. Welcome. And forgive me if I miss you popping in. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the. And Dean Hines has popped in, and thank you for popping in, Dean. Okay, now I'm not sure what I got to take out of here next. I'll take out some cabling here. This looks like your standard Creality kit with some zip ties, the tools, acupuncture needle. Oh, nice. They give you a feeler gauge. Okay, I like that you get a feeler gauge in this, and some typical tools. Okay, we have our power cord. And then we have in here, looks like some spare nozzles and a couple spare, I never remember the name of those things, Bowden tube holders. Couplers, Bowden couplers. Then we have another package here with the hardware with bolts, springs, washers, bolts to put it together. And here we have our SD card, full-size SD card with a USB reader, USB adapter reader. And that's it for stuff. So it looks like this comes apart. This lifts up, but is this connected to anything? Well, let's... Ooh, okay, well, first of all, I can take something out here. We have a rail here. Okay. Then we have, oh, this is not a bad, this is this camera here. I raise this up just a little bit more. If I bring this a little closer, yeah, you can kind of see that's okay there on that camera. There we go. Okay, we met the other day when my buddy brought the Ender off to you. I was looking forward to your review on this one. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, right. Okay, I just didn't recognize the on-screen name. Awesome. Cool. Now we have another piece of rail in here. These look like the little angly ones that we're going to put together. The uppy angle, the 45-degree angle thing. Okay. Okay, now I've got to see. I have a feeling that I need to, because this feels like it's coming apart in a couple, it feels like it's got something connecting it below. And it does have some wires connecting it. So I may have to lift this whole thing out. I'm going to turn the box on its side, like so. And I'm going to get rid of a couple flaps here just so we don't get in the way. At the same time preserving the sides of the box, because we may never see boxes like this again with Naomi's picture on it. So let me just get these flaps cut off. There we go. Cut the flaps. At this point, you should have left it sealed for a collector's item. Yeah, but if it's something that would have got me $1 million one day, maybe, but... So I'm just going to slide this out. Yeah, there's wires connecting top to the side. So actually, better yet, if I just now tip this, let's just see. Because that's kind of heavy to lift straight out. But if I do that, and now, there we go. Okay. Move the box off to the side. Let's pull this piece off. There we go. So there's the bottom. Whatever's on the bottom, you're the top. Okay. Yeah, this is connected on the side. So let's slide this down. There is the display. That's heavy. That's really heavy, actually. And I think if I, based on the way these wires look, if I just tilt this over, there we go. And if I pop this one off, there we go. That kind of did the trick. And underneath here, we found some Bowden tubes. So always look in the hidden compartments. And then underneath here, there's going to be something. Spool holder. And make sure there's no more hidden compartments in this. And it looks like I got everything. Okay. These two pieces here. So that looks like, that kind of looks like everything ready to go. Now I know they've changed the belt on this, the belt style on this on and off for a few different things. So I'm not quite sure what I've got. Hey, Jason, how are you? Hey, Thomas, thanks for popping in. Cool. There we go. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. So there we go. So let's pop open. Where's my overhead camera view from here? This is this one right here. So this is you guys looking down here. So if I pull this a little further this way, there we go. And then let's bring this camera over here. There we go. So let's pop open the user manual and see if this is going to give me any hints on assembly. Whoops. Nah, that's not good. That's not going to do anything really special for me. So Okay. It's kind of intimidating. This thing is big. This thing is massive. But I can do it because my name is Do It. And that just means do it. Dear friends, thank you for your order. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the chance to get your advice. You're welcome, Creality, even though I didn't give any advice. Okay, let's look in here. First thing, we have a parts list. I'm going to assume I've got all my parts. It's a little too late now for me to say I'm missing parts since I've had this thing for months. So now we're going to look at the assembly. So we're installing the profile support frame, and then we put it all together. Apparently it's not a difficult build, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm just going to grab these support frame bars, these two guys here. Okay, I'm going to be careful not to scuff this bed up. It's nice looking though, but it's heavy. I mean, this is really well built, solidly built, so no complaints. They've got, I don't know if you can see on this one camera right here, all of the channels have the channel inserts put in them so that you don't have any open channels here. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. Hey, Lucas, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Furball Kim is here. Yes, click that like. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Kim. Click that like. There we go. And Marcel off axis solid. Yeah, this is solid built. This is definitely well built as far as solidity goes. We'll see how the build goes. We'll see if I can get it to work. So I'm just going to open this pack of bolts, hardware. Here we go. Every bag is labeled nicely, which I like to see. M5x8s. We have some hexagon socket screws, a lot of them. Spring washer combinations. They call them spring washers. I call them lock washers. 6, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. And you also get in here some Creality stickers, which I think they ship with every printer now. So I'll just stick them in my sticker drawer. Okay, instruction number 1. And I'm going to use my own. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to use the. No, I'm not going to use the wrenches that come with it. Some people say they use the wrenches that come with it because that's all that somebody would get when they buy this printer. But anybody with half-decent workshop is going to have some of their own good tools. Hey, Pygar, how are you? Oh, Marcel, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Marcel. Great job with the stream layout and mic fix. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think one of the big pluses for this was hooking my internet directly up with a cable instead of depending on Wi-Fi. So that's awesome, and it makes a huge difference. And I hope everybody likes the layout. Kind of gives everybody a different angled look at what I'm doing here, because for me to just concentrate one camera is really tough. So, and this way I'm not really worried about the cameras, more so I can focus more on this. So, okay, so I have to take 2 axes. So I got the Creality facing the front of me, and on the instructions I'm taking bottom assembly. Yep, that's fine. I got my 2 profile. Then I need my M5x12s, which are these guys right here. My hexagon socket screws, M5x12s. Boom, boom, boom. And so these just go in on the bottom here with M5x12s. Okay, sounds good. Let's open this up. Glad to see you're not the only one with a bald spot. Yeah, my hair is long. I usually shave this right down, so we are a bit long in the top now. We're a bit long in the scalp now, so yeah. So we take our first one. So there's 2 different profiles here. There's one with looks like a filament sensor built into it. It doesn't look like it. It is a filament sensor, and then another one just plain. So the filament sensor one goes on the right side with the logo facing me. non-filament one goes on the left side. Now, while I'm here, right in front, in the front here, you can see I'm pointing in the bottom right and the top right there. That's the voltage switch. So while I remember, I'm going to switch that over to North American voltage, 115. So this little guy goes just like this. So let me get some of these cap nuts ready. They call them hexagon socket screws. I call them cap bolts. And I don't think I need any washers on these. Nope. First drop bolt. There we go. Dum, da, da, da. Bald is the back. Bald in the front, great thinker. Bald in the back, great lover. Bald all over, thinks they are a great lover. Oh, too funny. It means I'm a great thinker, I guess. I got lots of hair in the back, bald in the front. Great thinker? I tend to overthink. I like that bottom right camera view. It's not bad. The color's not bad. The overhead camera looks a bit yellowy, but that's my cheap. That's the cheap camera, the overhead one. Okay, that's the first one on. And this one goes on just like this. Filament sensor is on the outside. It's the only way it can go. If a filament sensor was on the inside, I'd have the rail facing the wrong way. It'd be facing me. Wouldn't be much of a belt printer. Okay. This thing is massive. And that's the other thing, is I had to get my RatRig moved over. So if you're looking on the top right and the bottom right screens, you can see right over there, I've built a temporary table for the RatRig. So it's no longer on my bench. So I have this nice long workbench to work on. So yeah. Well, you know what I'm missing? I need to turn the music on my stream. Give me a sec. I'll just throw just some light tunes, nothing too heavy. And let me know if it's too loud, just while there's some quiet times. Acoustic cinematic, maybe? And you guys let me know if it's too loud or if it's echoing through my mic. Ooh, I never thought of that. But anyways, you guys will tell me if it's too loud or anything, or if there's a problem with the music there. So if you have hair, what are you? The best of both, I guess. Okay, these two are on, nice and solid. Okay, install the profile support to the bottom machine with 4 hexagon screws. We got that. Let's put the spare screws over here. Install the XY belt axis assembly. So this is going to take. Let me have a look at the other page and see if there's anything. No, this looks like it's going to be a pretty quick build. Install XY axis belt assembly. So the M5 by 18, 8 of them. So I have M5 by 18 right here. Let's open these up. Yoga music. Is that like kind of silly? What's the best webcam for a 3D printer? I don't have any webcams on my 3D printers, but I think anyone is good. Anything that'll stream for you. Next song here. Let me go to the. Let's do rock. Hang on. Let's see. Do I have dance, pop, daydreaming, lofty, rock? That might be better. Music could be softer. Good. Okay. There. Is that a bit better? Thanks. Yeah, I'm. The sound. I'm finally got this mic, this nice lavalier mic to work. But half the problem with my sound before was I was on Wi-Fi, and now I'm not. I'm hard cabled to my screw. M5 by 12. I need 2 of them, which is the ones I just used. Okay. and then 2 M5x12s, and I'm going to need M5x12 2 hexagon sockets. These guys with the lock washers. No? Yeah. And M5x45, 2 of them. Okay. So I'm just going to prepare this hardware here first. So 2 of those. And M5x45 with the lock washers. 2 of these. Okay, 2 of those. Okay. So it looks like number 1, number 20 is where the, I just want to make sure I get the right screws in the right place here. This is going to be a little tricky for me alone with my tight space here too. So I'm going to, what's my best way to orient this? Probably turn it this way. Let's get a lift on this guy. Whoops. Don't, my container's over. So this is going to come down something like this. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to turn this on this angle here. Okay. Okay. Here's some thread. So it looks like I need to put the flat socket hexagons, so they go on the side here. So don't want to lose that touchpad, not touchpad, my display. So on the side right here, yeah, bottom right and top right screen, you can see it. We put the M5x12s. I'm sorry, the M5x18s. 3 on each side. Oh, and that just lines up beautifully when I just pop that on there. So I'm just going to put them on loose till I get both sides on, and then I will snug them all up. Don't know if my drop is working, Marcel, because I may take snippets of this video down the road and edit it into another video, but I'm not sure if my drop is working. Okay, we got those 3 on. What goes up top here? Well, I've got this with me. Same ones. Same ones go up top here. Okay. This is the M5x18. And over here, the M5x18. Nor is your bit alerts. No, okay. Oh, you cheered a bit. Okay, no, I haven't had a lot of chance to turn on a lot of the Twitch stuff. Oh man, this is going to give me a workout. There we go. Oh, she's heavy. She ain't heavy. She's my printer. Yeah, you guys want to hear me sing. You're waiting on the lizard demo as well. Waiting on your, okay. I got to get back to mine now that I've fixed my internet issues, because my first live thing on that lizard was brutal because everything was so slow and it was crashing. My mic was cutting in and out. And one more down here. Okay, we can snug these guys up now. Okay, and I will snug this side up. And this last one here. And we'll snug these top two up. There we go. Now, 22. So number 21, long hexagon screws go in up here, one on each side with the lock washers. So this thing is definitely, and that's not big enough. I got to get out my real tools. Let's get out the wear. Let's get out the wear wrenches. If I'm not mistaken, that's a pink one. No, that's not going to be pink. That's going to be yellow. That is yellow worthy. Look at that. So far, everything is fitting nicely and lined up just beautifully when this whole gantry just sort of popped right on here. All the holes just lined up perfectly. Okay. Now these ones down. There we go. Okay, and then we have, where does number 22 go? 22, two of these. They don't really show exactly where they go, but I believe, I don't, shows them going. Oh, I wonder if it's underneath. I wonder if it's underneath. Let me lift this up out of the way. Number 22, I'll show you guys the picture I'm looking at. So right there, that arrow right there shows number 22, these short screws. I'm going to guess that I have to turn the printer over. It's not super clear, but let's just see. I don't want to drop anything though. Let's just lean her up. And that's exactly what it is. So those ones, it's not super clear in the image. There we go. Right in the bottom, you can kind of see on a couple of these screens, right in the bottom here and the bottom here is where these two go. So one right up here. So this thing is definitely super secure. No lack of screws put into this one to hold it nice and tight. And then one down here. Do you have audio? Good. Never mind, he says. Hopefully you have audio. I've got this lavalier mic completely charged. There we go. Okay, let's set this back up carefully so I don't. There we go. There we go. Is that it for the build? Wow. No, it's got to be more. There's a lot more screws unless they give you a lot of spare screws. So, oh, we got to put the display on yet. And the spool holder. So, okay, install the spool holder. So we have the spool holder that goes on. We'll just turn this around. Well, it's not, I'd say it's about 40 pounds maybe. It's not a killer, but it's definitely not a lightweight. Okay, so spool holder on this side. It's going to be with the M5/8s, I'm guessing. M5 T-nuts and M5/8s, yep. I think they give you lots of spare parts because, yeah. 1, 2, I'm going to need 4 T-nuts and I've got 6. I'm going to need 4 M5/8s and I've got 6. So yeah, they give you lots of spare parts here. Okay. So for this, we know that I can put, so is this going to go on the inside? That's going to go kind of right here. right here where that little clip is. So right in here, that's got to go right there. Okay. So let's throw these M5/8s in here. And we'll throw the T-nuts on. Using the Ender 3 batteries, right? This is working great. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Bill. Wonderful. I'm glad you like it. Good. I love to hear that. I don't sell junk. That's one thing people will tell you. I'm a sincere seller of good things. Okay, which size? This one here. Okay. So we'll slip that in. We will tighten up these bolts on the T-nuts. Give it a quick twist. Come on, get in there. One. And that one didn't catch. Or did it? Why didn't that one catch? Why is that still loose? Those bolts are too long. I heard something about some bolts that are too long. Don't know if it was this one. Let me grab this one. Mr. Pink. Let me grab Mr. Pink here and just see. Yeah, these are snug. Okay, and yet the spool holder, I don't know if you can see in any of the images, the spool holder is still loose. So these, I'll leave it for now, but I'm going to put a washer in later. But yeah, these bolts that are M5, what were these, M5/8s, are just a little too long. They could have got away with M5/6s. I don't know. Do I have any M5s? Let me just quickly look, see if I have an M5. I think I have some handy right here. Okay. Nope, nope. M5s. No. I don't know if these will work, but we'll see. I don't know if these will work. Make sure these are the right size. I'm pretty sure these are M5s. No, these are M4s. Okay. Not going to worry about that for now then. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it for now. I didn't get it. There's no M5s in the RatRig build, Jason. I don't think. Was there? M5s? No, I don't think any short ones. Anyways, they're buried away. I'm just going to... I mean, this will work. It's just wobbling a little. It's just not the best. You know, either that or... Either little shorter screws, a washer, or just putting a little spacer in under here would work too. So I'm just going to leave it for now, just to move on. I'm not going to obsess over that. Yes, I am going to obsess over that. Okay, then we have our display, which is going to come around. I'm going to make sure I don't get that tangled with these other wires here. Actually, I'd like to see that. It's actually, I think that's going to come through here, down here, and up like this. So the display is going to sit on the side right here. Okay. Same screws. These ones will fit, I know, because there's yeah. It's funny those other ones. Anyways, it's just funny they didn't fit. Although the screws are probably bottoming out on the rail, which is why they're not fitting. I think that music's just going to repeat. I have a longer track that I made up. I should bring in and play for you guys. We'll see. As soon as I'm done getting this all assembled, maybe. Okay. T-nuts, come on. Get on there. Don't be a shy nut. Come on, let's... sure, drop a T-nut in the electronics. There we go. This is just me and my awkward hands. Do I have a beverage down here? I'm really craving a Coke Zero right now, but I think I got water. Oh, I got a little bit of water. Okay. That'll do. And I didn't put my belt on. My pants keep falling down today. Oh. Okay. So we'll get these guys in. Both. Get in there. Come on. Get in. There we go. And I think that can just sit just right at the bottom here. I should have taken the plastic off first. Oh well. Minor things. Oh, that's going to annoy me. No, I'm going to leave it. I'll rip the plastic. Actually, I'll rip the plastic off right now. Let's pull this knob off. Rip this. Oh, look at that. This came off nice and easy. Good. Probably going to redo the knob on this. Custom color, maybe. There we go. Then we'll snug this guy up. There we go. Perfect. Now, I think it's just a matter of plug this cable in the back. It obviously came loose at one point in time. Goes this way. I should have done that before I put it on. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's the display. You don't trust your ender enough for a 13-hour print yet? No, I've done 23-hour prints on my enders. They work pretty good. New Ender 3 S1. Cool. I just finished a 13-hour print. Silver Surfer. Cool. Okay. We got the display mounted. Now I think it's all a matter of wiring up. Cable connection. Okay, so do I really need instructions for this? We have this, which is obviously going to go to the filament sensor, which is inside. Why did they? I guess that can come up and around. This way. Okay, filament sensor there. There's our hot end, or there's our stepper motors, there's our extruder. At least they give you a nice aluminum dual gear extruder, which is good. None of that plastic stuff for this. Okay. Belt tensions feel pretty good too. Okay, and then the hot end. So we have our Bowden tube, which we can slip in here. There we go. Is that's almost too easy. That's almost too easy. Oh, Printerprawn, $5 super chat. Thank you so much for my tattoo, a DeWitt tattoo. Ooh, oh, that's a brilliant idea. Maria, are you watching? Can I get a DeWitt tattoo? Wow, that's cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Printerprawn, for the $5 super chat. Much appreciated. I'd hit the button, but I'm not in my... Oh, my mouse is right here. I guess I can do this once in a while. Hang on. I thought my mouse was... Super chat. Perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's a good idea, though. Right on the DeWitt tattoo somewhere. I got this one. I don't know if I've ever showed that one off. I got my shark versus octopus tattoo, and then I got my other diving tattoo on this arm. So I'm used to getting a bit of ink, but I'm, you know. Okay, insert Teflon tube into it. After display is installed, connect the display cable, connect the Y-axis limit line. Y-axis limit line. I don't see another cable to connect here. Extruder motors are all plugged in already. I don't see a limit switch on the Y. come up. This is the confusing part. Is that my X or is that my Y? And that's my X. So that's my X, that's my Y, and it's an infinite Z. Okay. There's not really, no, they've got that confused. So what they're calling up here, what I hooked up on the filament sensor, they're calling that the Y-axis limit line. No, maybe is there another one underneath I'm missing? Oh, way down there. Oh, wow. Okay. So I think I have to turn this on its side. Oh, way under here. Okay, so underneath. Why this isn't hooked up, I don't know anyways, but this is right here. So Y-axis limits for the sensor for the Y-axis. Right there. I don't know why they just didn't hook that up. Anyway, since this whole piece was pre-built. So, yeah. There we go. And that's a nice tight belt right there for the this belt which drives the belt from this stepper motor is really super tight. That is a super tight belt. Cover up the bald spot tattoo. You're funny. Full back tat with my logo? Yeah. Built over bot, you're right. That will I know what these ones cost. That will cost a lot. Okay, let's pull this back down. Okay, here we are now. Okay, next up, leveling. Okay, first, I guess I better get my power plug. Again, I'm not going to use the power plug that came with it because I have a few power plugs just lying around here, plugged into my power bar. And where does the power plug go on this thing? Huh. I'm going to assume right over here near the power supply. And that goes this way. I'm just feeling my way around here now. And I think that's going to be right about right like there. I don't dare turn the power on yet. Oh, the power is on. Okay, well, here we go. There's our welcome screen. There we go. That's our main screen right there. This looks like your typical screen. So let's go ahead and read what they say to do for leveling. Chip in and make me film the process. A full back, yeah. Nobody would ever see it. I don't take my shirt off. Okay, let's have a look. First, move the X-axis to the contact point. Okay, this I've got to think about here. So, move the X-axis to the contact point between the nozzle and the belt. Slightly press the nozzle onto the belt. Push the two limit switches against the X sliding block to the limit. So I've got to think about this. So they want me to push this down so the nozzle's on the belt, slightly touching the belt. Okay, so we're slightly touching the belt. Let me get this bottom camera in here to show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so they've said to move the X down, the X-axis down until it's slightly touching the belt. So right, pushing into the belt a little, right there. Okay. Now, number one, which I just did. Okay. Number two, push two limit switches against the X sliding block to the limit. Okay, that's what I've got to figure out here. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this around. So forgive the movement on the camera in the bottom left. Okay. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at here. Let me move this up a bit. Let's turn this around, keeping the cord so I don't unplug it by mistake. Oh, that's not going to reach, so I'm going to actually have to, bear with me guys, I'm going to unplug this cord. And just plug it into a different outlet over here. There we go. That way I can easily move this around. Okay. Here we go. It's a little better view here. So I'm going to move that down so we're pushing against the belt slightly with the nozzle. There we go. Right about there. Now it's talking about push the 2 limit switches against the X sliding block to the limit. Now I need to figure out, I believe that is bottom left camera. I believe what they're talking about is this right here. They want me to loosen this and slide it up to the, so that this, the X-axis gantry that's the limit switch for this. So it's almost like a pressure. It's not really a switch. It's just like a solid contact. And that is, yep, that's exactly what they're asking me to do. Okay. So for this one, we'll loosen these two. We'll slide this up. We'll snug these down. Serious question, kids. What small reliable printer? I'm looking for Ender 2 Pro or Kingroon KP3S. I've done a comparison of the two. They're both decent printers. Ender 2 Pro is Bowden tube. It's not a direct drive. Kingroon is a direct drive. They now come with the that's the I forget the name of the head on that, but the Kingroon is linear rail. Honestly, I'd say you're good with the Kingroon. You get more features for your money on the Kingroon. Personal opinion. Linear rails, direct drive. Linear XY. I'm sorry, linear X and linear Y. Yeah, you have a roller Z. And direct drive, and yeah, smaller, more compact size. The only thing is it's got an external spool holder. So, but yeah, I've done a video comparing the two, so you can watch that if you like. Okay, and then this one, I believe, is these two. The camera's too close to me. There we go. Well, that's kind of loose already. We're going to bring that one up to touch that. Now those 4 little screws are to adjust the Y limit, I believe. So now we'll just tighten these guys up here. That one and that one. So that basically sets the X limit as far as how low that goes on the bed. Okay. Best printer seller in Calgary. There's not many printer sellers in Calgary. Spool 3D sells printers, but they don't have a lot in stock, and they tend to have higher end and higher priced ones. I stick to Amazon myself because of their return policy. 30 days, sometimes 45, depending on it. If you have any problems, if you change your mind, whatever, you just pack it back up and get a return slip and ship it, and you get a refund. Don't say you change your mind when you're refunding from Amazon. Tell them there's a problem with it, and then they pay shipping. So, okay. Y-axis auto adjusting. Okay, let me see. Press the back on the screen to get the printer back to the origin. Okay. Okay, well, let's, now that we've got that adjusted, they want me to press back on the screen. I haven't pressed anything on the screen yet. You haven't told me to. Okay. Press back on the screen to get the printer back to the origin. Adjust the Y-axis end stop adjusting screw according to the position on the nozzle relative to the belt after back to the origin in order to make sure the nozzle contacting with the belt rightly. Then tighten the Y-axis end stop screw, leveling finished. Y-axis stop adjusting screw. So the Y-axis stop adjusting screw is this one here, the A screw, which I think is all 4. And then the bottom screw right here, on the bottom, is the Y-axis end stop adjusting screw. Okay, so let's just see. Press back on the screen to get the printer back to the origin. I'm assuming they want me to home it. Let me go up front here. Let me go motion, and let me go home, auto home. See what happens here. Here we go. Okay, we're auto homed. Okay. It's the only thing I can think that they want me to say. I don't know if that even needs adjusting. So right now, nozzle's a bit high, so the X homing, you didn't quite come down. Yeah, this is very confusing. Andrew Osmond, the $4.99 super chat, thank you. I appreciate that, Andrew, thank you. Longest print was 97 hours on an Ender 3. Wow, that's a long print. My longest print to date has been 74 hours on my RatRig. So, cool. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, this is a little confusing, so I'm just going to, bear with me, I'm going to read these instructions again and see if I can make sense of it. I think there's some translation issues here. Press back on the screen to get the printer back to the origin. Okay, so I've homed the printer, which I think is what they mean by back to origin. Adjust the Y-axis end stop, adjusting screw according to the position of the nozzle relative to the belt. After back to origin, order to make the nozzle contacting the belt rightly. Then tighten the Y-axis end stop screw. Huh. I don't... Okay, well, the nozzle could be a little lower. So if I... where's Mr. Pink wrench? Where'd Mr. Pink go? Right here. That's too big. Green. Let's move some of these screws out of the way here. So if I loosen this, what does that move? Oh, I think I see. Okay, I think I have to loosen those other two first. I'm just sort of winging it here, but I think I have to loosen these. And then, where's the Y-axis end stop here? Reading is cheating. I know. Agreed, both with Spool 3D printer stock issues and Kingroon, but my kids point out you had issues with Kingroon extrusion. I did at one point, but that might have been with the new print head I put on. It was pretty good. I have not calibrated the E steps on the Kingroon yet, or did I? I think, and I needed to calibrate the E steps. So this screw turning is moving what? Is this moving my... They say to use this to get the nozzle relative to the bed. That is doing... I don't understand what this is moving. And I can imagine that these are all relatively loose anyways. So these were all loose to begin with. So I'm trying to see in here what I'm moving when I move that. Okay, let's just try this from this angle. If I can see what's moving here. Okay, that's lowering. I think that's adjusting the gap in between here. The instructions are not very clear at all. according to the position of the nozzle relative to the belt after back to origin in order to make sure the nozzle contacting with the belt rightly. So with that little adjustment, I would say we're not quite touching the bed with the nozzle, so but we're not moving. We're going the wrong way. Hey, Tron. Hey, Apprentice. That might have moved a little bit. Yeah, this is very not very explanatory. I haven't watched any videos, and I could, but I'm going based on what their instructions are saying. So that is moving inside here. This whole block is what that's controlling. Okay, well, let's put that back to about where it was. 6 turns. 4. Right there. Oh, I see, okay. So we are not. Oh yeah, we are. We are about level going right across the bed. And I think that's what that was all about. Okay, well, we'll see. We will see. Let's auto home it again. Okay. Wow, music is getting redundant. Okay, let me see if I can do something here. Give me 1 second. I have a music file in here, which won't be redundant. Okay, let me stop this, and now I have to figure out the volume on this, so bear with me if the volume goes. My mouse isn't working that far away from my computer. There we go. Bear with me if the music goes loud to begin. So we're going to move back over this way. How about very, very, very quiet, subtle music? And this won't be redundant. This has about an hour of different things on it, or an hour and a half of different things. Okay. Oh, I see what they're saying. Just the leveling that's slightly this one. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we're going to figure out all this after. These are leveling nuts here. Okay. Let's turn this around again. Oh, now that we got this sort of set up. Okay. Okay. Lower. Okay. Lower. Coming. Okay, let me know how that is. Okay, we're going to preheat. So I won't, well, I guess I can zoom in on this one a little bit for you. It's basically the same as any of the other printers. Try not to get too much reflection on this. There we go. So we're going to go here. We'll preheat PLA temperature. I'm just going to crank the nozzle up to 210, 215. And we'll do the bed at 60. 65, it's cold down here. Okay. I know I could go preheat PLA, but they have it always set at 190 and 55, so. Me no like that. When you wait for filament temperature to rise, hang filament. Okay. May as well use their little display sample. These little 200-gram rolls are usually pretty good quality filament, so. And it was very well sealed. Won't print much on a belt printer with 200 grams, but just to get the test going and get it working, we're okay. We're okay. Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay, where are my side cutters? There they are. That fresh smell of first time burning in a hot end. And it's got filament coming out of it, so they obviously tested it. Let's feed up through the filament detector, through the extruder. Come on, get in the hole. Don't be stubborn. Sometimes it likes it cut at the other angle. And sometimes it just wants to be extremely difficult. It's a 0.4 nozzle. Will we give this away after the test print? Joe Velasco, interesting question. Stay tuned to see if I get a test print. Let's take one step at a time. We can't even get the filament to... you keep wanting to go the other way, filament. What the heck? Wow, this is very soft filament. Brennan Gems, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Pretty gotta run. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, and thanks for popping in, Brennan. Much appreciated. There we go. You just had to treat it right, and the filament starts to go in. There we go. Let's feed it right up. It's a pretty tight turn right at the end where the nozzle is, but that's a very tight turn actually. It's almost too tight. Oh yeah, that's... Why did they not put that in underneath with the rest of the cabling? Anyways, let's straighten that out. There was too much of a kink right here. I don't know if you can see that on any of the cameras. I can probably move this one sort of towards the back side there. Yeah, there we go. For some reason they didn't put this Bowden tube in underneath this little lip with the rest of the wiring to keep it to come up straight, because it was just bent on almost a 90-degree angle like that, and the filament wasn't going through, and it's still not going through. There we are. There was a kink in the Bowden tube down there. And there it's coming out the nozzle now. Okay, tweezers. Let's just get this blob out of here. Sticky blob, holy crap. Is this just regular PLA they gave me? Okay. Loading the filament, that's fine. Press and hold the spring of the extruder, blah, blah, blah. We all know how to load filament. Start printing. Double click. Install software. You mean they give me nothing on the card as a test print? Let me open the card. See if they've given me a test print here. I don't know what we're printing, Dan. We'll see. Printer's built. I'm hoping there's a test print on the card. Let's see if there's anything on this card. Attach card. Print from card. Oh, there is. Software and drive, user manual, operation, model 3D Printmill. Yeah, I don't even know what these are. Minchuan, 2020-11-16 Chuan, 15 high by 5. And we have a 2010-65 ERYONE Chuan Chu. I'm just going to print that one. I don't even know what they are. We're just going to go ahead and print. Let's see for one if anything works here. So here, let's so there's a purge line which isn't sticking. And nothing happening. So obviously I don't have my nozzle low enough. Okay, so let's cancel that. Stop and stop. So I need to adjust the nozzle down. No, I told you to stop. There you go. Okay. Apparently these belt printers are finicky. Fortunately, I'm a patient person. Print a benchy. Well, once I figure out the slicer, apparently there's a certain slicer to use for these. Look, I guess these are all spare sensors and stuff that they gave me. Whole bunch of spare parts, spare Bowden tube. Wow. Okay. So I've got to adjust the X again. So that's too high. Okay. See, that's the, so am I adjusting the X down? Because you're not adjusting Z height here in a sense. You're adjusting Y height or X height. So, so this is where the patience comes in. This is where the this is where the viewers drop like flies. No, I'm kidding. Let's see if I can adjust this. See if I can figure this out. First of all, I need the right size hex key. So this was the adjustment for the X, was these 4 screws at the back that I showed you earlier. I can probably bring this other camera around, give you guys a view of what I'm doing. So don't watch the bottom right screen, you'll get dizzy. Oh, is this cord not longer? You're supposed to be longer. You were just tangled up a bit. There we are. So here we are right there. Okay. No, well, there is a version of Cura that's on here that supposedly works with it, but somebody, I forget the other slicer somebody said is meant for the belt printers. I'll have to look it up. Somebody in chat might know. So according to the instructions, we loosen these, and then adjust this screw here to bring that X closer, the X gap. Now, I just don't know which way to turn it. Okay, so I'm going to assume that if I pull it down, it's going to pull the gantry down, if that's the way that is actually working. So let's just try, see if this is actually doing anything. And it's not. Nothing seems to be moving. Okay, I'm going to look up a video, see if I can find a video on this, because the instructions are extremely difficult to follow as far as the leveling. Let me go back and read it again. Push the 2 limit switches against the X. I've done that. So press back on the screen to get the printer back to the origin. So it is homed already. So I'll do it again. I'll home the printer. Auto home. We are auto homed. Let's see. Let me slip a piece of paper. We do have too much of a gap in there anyways. So I don't know if that's anyways. Adjust the Y-axis end stop, adjusting screw, which is that number B. Adjust the Y-axis end stop adjusting screw according to the position of the nozzle relative to the belt after back to the origin in order to make sure the nozzle contacting with the belt rightly. Then tighten the Y-axis end stop screw. Leveling finished. A. Y-axis end stop adjusting screw. B. Y-axis end stop adjusting screw. So, they call both of these Y-axis end stop adjusting screw. But nothing, these just loosen it off for you to move it. They don't actually move anything. But they are nice and loose. And then this is a spring-loaded screw down here. Unless I have to loosen it to lower it. Let's just bring it right down. See if I bring it right down. I'm gonna take the assumption that lowering this or loosening this, that's almost too loose, is going to lower that head. See, but the head does not seem to be moving at all towards, and we're not even making contact here. Okay. Okay, let me disable the steppers. Disable steppers, there we go. Maybe, just maybe, I've got to lower that X end stop a bit more. I got the 3D scanner to work, Joe. Now that I've got my, now that I have my, forgive me for a second here. Now that I have my internet, my Wi-Fi, my connection speeds working well, scanner's working, the software's not crashing anymore. I did contact Creality about why the software is connected to the internet. They said it doesn't have to be. So I just haven't had a chance to get back at it and try it yet. I want to do it. From what I've seen, there is more accuracy hand holding the scanner and letting the turntable rotate while you hand hold the scanner, from what I've seen on some of the videos I've watched on it. So, okay, we're going to tighten this up. We'll give this another go here. I need to actually watch some videos, or a video on this adjustment here, because yeah, the manual is very vague as far as how this adjustment works. But that nozzle is definitely in contact with the bed now. Okay, so let's try again. Let's see what happens again. Okay, let's go to print this again. And see what happens. We'll give it a shot. Okay. In the meantime, while that's warming up, I'm going to just pop over here. Hi. I'm going to pop over here and see if I can find a video. Let me look on YouTube. See if anybody's put a video on this. YouTube or CR30 leveling dust nozzle. Let's see if anybody's got leveling tutorial. Here we go. Creality leveling tutorial. Well, let's see what they say. I don't need the music, or do I? No. See what they say. Auto home, which I did. Okay. It homes, it's there. First adjust the position of the X-axis limit switch. Okay, we've loosened all 4 screws. Okay, turn the bottom screw to adjust the position of the X-axis limit switch. But which way? Their video is even confusing. Next, adjust the 4 screws on the platform. Okay. So they're auto homing. Okay. Put a sheet of paper under. Oh, and then they're using the 4 adjustment screws. Okay. Okay, so those 4 knobs on the corners of the belt are like your 4 leveling screws. Okay. That makes more sense, yeah, because that's not going to, what I'm doing right now, that print is not, no, that's not going to stick. Okay. Okay. It's just so new. This is just... Okay. Stop that print. Okay, let me stop the video now. Boom, okay. So apparently what I have to do is, let's bring this camera back around. Those other ones are to adjust the limit switches, which is fine, and the limit switches seem good. So now, what I need to do is what I kind of started to do before, was put the piece of paper under the nozzle. So let me home it first. Let me make sure I am homed. Motion, auto home. Okay, put the piece of paper under, and then we loosen the bottom, and then we adjust the leveling screws. So let's see. There we go. Okay. That's a good fit. Why did that all of a sudden get loose? Okay. Okay, then we move it. We have to disable the stepper, move it over. See, now everything, this whole thing is moving. They wanted a 3mm gap over here. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe I shouldn't have disabled the stepper. Let me auto home it again. How wide is it? I'll check it out in a second here. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on chat at the same time. I'll check it out. I just got to find my tape measure, Pygar. Sorry. Give me a moment. Okay, so this one feels better already. Now I'm going to use the move. I'm going to move X. No, I'm going to move X. Right over. Move X over. Okay, where is there's my tape measure. Give me a second before I forget to answer that question. Let me find my tape measure here. The width of this bed is 230 millimeters. Okay. So we're over here, so now we loosen this one. And left turn, like loosening the screw, raises the bed up. So we scratch the paper and then we tighten it up. There we go. Now I'm not sure. They also talk about here yeah, I don't see, it's got good adhesion to the bed now. I don't know if I need to adjust these ones. This probably adjusts the bed level this way, which, yeah, I don't know if I need to do that right now. Anyways, now that I've adjusted those, let's try it again. And again, I mean, I didn't watch anything in advance because I wanted to look at this from a, I just got the printer, hey, let's get it going perspective. Okay, let's see what happens. 270 wide by, I'm not sure what the height is you get on this. So we have a 270X, I'm not sure what the Y is on this. Is it lifting the bed or lowering the head with the screws? It's lifting the bed, it's moving the bed. So these screws, if I loosen the screw, it's bringing the bed up. If I tighten the screw, it's moving the bed down. But the head stays the same. I've never used a belt printer before, so this is very new to me. The slicer is going to be weird, but right now I just want to get a test print. Slicer may be a whole other stream, but right now I just want to get some plastic laid on the belt and see what happens. It's pretty cool. It's not as big as I thought it was. I still do have the roller assembly kit to put on the end here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because it's no sense having a roller assembly if I can't get a print to print. So yeah, these 4 adjustment ones are, oh, that's loose. No wonder that's that's why that felt so loose. This screw in the top here that holds that thing in is actually very loose. I was wondering why that was wobbling so much. Oh, that was almost all the way out, that screw. Although you're not even turning, are you? Okay, here we go. Looks like we're going to start. Here we are. That's the one. Oh, don't loosen that. I think I just messed myself up. The rest of those are good. Okay, let's see what happens here. Purge line. And no, that's not sticking. Well, it looks like it's... Well, at least we got something going on the bed now. Oh, this camera's not going to stay up too easy. There we are. So the filament is extruding, and it is sticking to the bed. No, not quite enough yet, though. So you just pulled it right up. Okay. So let's do that adjustment again, and takes patience, obviously, which you have to have. So we'll do the leveling again. But we have progress. At least it wasn't even sticking from the nozzle before. This is very stringy filament. Okay. But what I'm going to do is keep the temperature up so that we don't cool down too much here. And we'll keep the bed temperature up too. There we go. Okay, let's do that once more. So we're going to clear the nozzle here. Get rid of the stringies. Let's home it. So it made a difference. So I went in the right direction. So the only thing is I may have to adjust these front ones too so the whole bed stays actually parallel as well. So let's get the paper in. No, the paper's not even going under there. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to loosen this. I'm going to go quarter turn. Loosen this. And there's no baby stepping in this, I don't think. And we're going to go quarter turn. Hey, radioactive scale. I'm going to do the same up front here. Quarter turn. And the same up front here. Quarter turn. These are all loose. These, there we go. Looks like some screws came loose in shipping. Okay, let's give it another shot. Now that I've made that slight adjustment. Try once more. It's going to be trial and error to get the leveling. That's what I've heard, is that these are tricky to level, but and it could just be me. We'll see. But we made some progress last time. We had a little bit of sticking down. And I don't know if they've changed the belt since this, whatever. So, 18 people. We've dropped people like hotcakes. That's okay. Probably 0 on Twitch. Let's see. Oh, 3 on Twitch. 15 on YouTube. Perfect. If you are here, give me a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. It's free. Or a follow on Twitch. That'd be great. Follows are free. Subscribes are free on YouTube. They're not free on Twitch. Okay, and yes, there we go. Let's see if we can get something out here. And we may have to repeat the process one more time, but we'll see. And I need to weigh this down. I need the the base of this close-up camera does not have very good balance. No, it's gonna fall. Okay, let's just raise it up a bit and see. There we go. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, here goes a purge line. That didn't stick well, but let's see. See, and now nothing. Why? There's too much. There's not much room to move. Nope. How much lower can I get it? Because I don't know if you can see, but so the nozzle right there where it was, the back of the fan shroud is actually hitting the bed too, and yet the nozzle's still not close enough to the bed. Okay, well, not going to give up until, what are we at? It's only 6:30. 8 o'clock I give up, but we're hope I get something out by 8 o'clock. The build went super easy. I've heard good and bad about this printer, so I'm coming in with medium expectations. So, yeah. Motion, auto home. Let's get this paper down. Actually, it's auto home again. Let's get that paper down. You're not going to get much tighter than that. See, I want so just so you can see what I'm seeing. So it's home now. That paper is grippy, but what's gripping the paper right there is the fan shroud on the back. If I pull it, clear it from the shroud there, now it's just under the nozzle and there's still some movement. So I'm wondering, it's almost like the angle is off. And I don't know if that's what this adjustment was doing. Wow. Kind of shooting in the dark here, guys. Okay, let's try one more thing here. Let's see if this is in fact doing what I think it might be doing. Bowden kinked again. No, it's okay. It's okay. New know the issue with the same. Anyone knows this issue with Naomi and this printer or for company I've not heard. She says she quit over quality control. They might say otherwise. Yeah. And again, this is a Kickstarter edition. So I don't know. I'm just going to adjust this Y end stop again. Back up to where I had it. This does not seem to be doing anything though, which is really got me baffled. Oh, I see what that's doing. Okay. Okay, so okay, one thing I did see him do in the video, and I'm going to try that here now too, is we loosen these right off totally, that one end stop, and we loosen these off. Okay, that's the Y end stop here. So we're going to home this now. Auto home. Okay, then we move this one up. And then we slide this guy up. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're way too close to the bed. Okay, so I'd rather that. So now let's try this adjustment. Nope. There's a trick to this. I just need to figure it out. Okay, so we're going to try this. Disable steppers. We'll do what they said to do at the beginning again. Bring it down so the nozzle's touching the bed. Adjust these stops. Kind of start from square one. Okay. Auto home. Okay. I'm going to try that. Might be too close now. I'll be happy with too close because so I don't know. Oh man, we'll see. 15 viewers, everybody's dropping. Good, I don't blame them. Thanks for those who are hanging out. Anyways, we built it. We'll print from it. We'll get it going. 14 people. Cool. I think Jerry's still streaming too. Let's see. Oh, he's still going. Good for him. It's a rough night to stream. There's a lot of people streaming on Saturday nights, and it's away from my usual Sunday night stream. So, yeah, that's all right. Tight tolerances, very tight tolerances. We're just going to see if this might be too close to the belt right now, but at least if it's too close, I know that I'm getting an idea of the adjustment. This is mostly, so far, my lack of knowledge and the lack of, the manual is very confusing as far as the leveling goes, so. Okay. Nozzle's almost to temperature. And we should start any second. There we go. Okay, purge line. No, it's not low enough, but oh, there we go. Okay, well, we got something happening. Okay, if that end sticks when it comes back, I'm going to be enthused. And it did. Hey, I think we have sticking filament, folks. I think we have sticking filament. Yes. It's working. I still want to learn why those adjustments work the way they do, and I just have to practice a bit more with it. But let's just let this print and see what we get. I don't know what this is. It was just on the SD card. Whew. So the back screw was changing the head angle. I don't know. I can't see how though. It still looks like that fan, the back of the fan shroud is rubbing on the belt. But maybe not. Maybe it compensates for that. I mean, of course, when it comes up a little bit on the Y, it's not rubbing, but when it's down on the first layer, which almost every other layer is a first layer on this, I swear it's rubbing on the belt, but maybe it's not. But we are, here, see if I can get this camera closer. There we are. We are getting a print out of this. Looks like it's doing infill now. So let's just switch to that one camera now. Let's go to my close-up. There we go. Let me get my mug out of the way here. Let me move me down over here. There we go. Okay. The dragging fan shroud is the exclusive belt cleaner feature. Yeah, no kidding. And again, let me just see now that we're going. Yeah, it seems when it hits the bottom, but it's not marking the belt, okay? It's dragging, but it's not marking. So that's hope. So anybody in there, I know of all the 19 people that are, oh, it's gone up a bit. Anybody know the name of the slicer that, I'm trying to remember. Somebody mentioned a slicer specifically for this printer. I'll try and Google it. Because I don't necessarily want to use the one they gave me, because apparently there's a better one out there. CR30 slicer for CR30 printer. Idea Maker. There we go. Idea Maker. Let me see if I can get a better, now that I don't need all my views for the build, let me see if I can sneak a different camera closer for you guys. It's a better camera. Give me a second here. See if I can get you a better view here. There we go. Boom. That one. Here. How about this? There we go. That's not a bad view. Apologies, stepped away for a sec. My vehicle may be used on a TLOU TV show. Oh, cool. Very cool. What's TLOU? I mean, just the fact that it may be used on a TV show, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's not a bad view, and I think it's in focus. It's white filament's tough to see. I don't think coming from behind is going to be any better. But that's not a bad view, showing what it's doing anyways. The Last of Us. Oh, is that the show they were filming in downtown Calgary with where they shut down all the bridges? Is that like a zombie movie? Zombie show? I'm excited for that if it is. Whatever that one is they filmed, that'd be so cool. So Idea Maker. Texture software. Let me download Idea Maker. I've heard, yeah. So Windows version 4.2.3 January 2022. Let's download you. There we are. Why did I click you twice? Oh, you only downloaded once. Download multiple files. No, I only wanted one of you. That's my impatience with Windows. So while this test print is going, let's download Idea Maker. Let's install it and see what they have for the CR30. Cool. Downloads. Install Idea Maker. Double clickers. Yes, I will allow it. English is good for me. Next, I agree. Do you ever read the agreements? Don't we all just click I agree? How about from the side? Okay, hang on one sec. Let me switch back to this one. No, actually, let me give you an overhead view for now. Whatever, and let me see it. Let me look about moving this one to the side. Good idea, Andrew. That might be better. If I have room on my bench, I will. Let me go to my studio mode. Let me go to the new cam and let me see what I can do here. I don't want to make you guys dizzy with the move. Oh, if I could get it up here, that'd be ideal. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me do what I can. You guys are my subscribers, so I'm trying to keep you guys happy. So we will do the best we can here. If I could get a box right here, let's see. Maybe a filament box. Maybe this. If I could get this up here. And then down there. No, that's too high. How about in here? Like this. Can you go over just a little more without falling off the bench? Yes, you can. Now focus. Oh, you guys might like this view. Is that focused? I think it is. Okay, here. How about this? Oh, could I get that even a little better? There we go. You ask and I shall try and deliver. Let me try and get it a little better focused. How's that? Still a bit blurry. They own your soul through these agreements. Huh? Good view, eh? Okay. This view's better. That's a cool view, actually. So you can almost see, again, this is me. I've never used a belt printer before, but almost right there, almost like a bit of elephant's foot. So I might have had that first, might be a little too close to the belt yet, but we'll see. I like that view, actually. If I could get a little further back, but I've got the rail in the way here. I don't think, no, I can't go much further back. Unless, what if this might be good enough. I don't think, no, I think this is a nice view because you can see the nozzle in this view as well. Oh, I think I can focus a little better. It's nice thing about this little camera, it's a manual focus camera. So I can sharpen the focus. That's reasonable right there. Okay, cool. Is that okay, guys? Good. Audio sync is gone. Okay, hopefully it's still there. Let me clap. Let me look at the YouTube replay here. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, it is a little off, isn't it? Yeah. It is a little off. Okay, well, let's deal with that for now. Since just don't watch my mouth. I'm going to continue installing Idea Maker. Install. It's pretty fast install. It's a pretty quick computer. Now that I got the internet hardwired instead of Wi-Fi, oh my goodness, I should have done that like a year ago. That's okay. Live and learn. Next, run Idea Maker. Why not? Finish. Light or dark? Oh, I like the dark. Oh, the light's pretty cool. No, I think I'll go light in this for a slicer. Okay, Wizard. Select my printer. Tell me they have it here. Creality. Other third-party printer. Next. Anycubic. Creality 3D. Creality. Come on. CR30. There we are. Built-in profile and everything. Okay, CR30 Printmill PLA profile. Oh, there's a few different profiles. Okay, so there's 4. Oh, wow. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 profiles for me to choose from. Which one do I choose? Clap once more. Okay. Let me turn a camera off. See if if I turn a couple cameras off, if that makes a difference. Sync is back. Okay, cool. So I've got 8 profiles to choose from. Wayne's Workshop, PLA loop plus primeline profile, PET G loop plus primeline, PLA plus. I could always install a few of them. NAC 3D Designs CR30 profile, printed solid PLA 0.4 with a 0.2 layer height. I can download as many as I want, I guess. Import to Idea Maker. Importing slicing template. Okay, fair enough. Existing printers, new printer. And existing filaments, new filament. I'll just call it Jesse PLA, that's fine. PLA is PLA, I can just change the temperature as I need to. So this has a layer height of 0.2, 4 shells, which I usually do, 10% density. Okay, and so I can change all this stuff. Okay, that's fair enough. Group and layer settings, per model, sequential printing. I don't want a sequential print right now, so let's close that. Let's close this. So there's the slicer. Oh, there it is there. Okay, so how do I move it down? Oh, it's definitely it goes on and on and on. So if I share the screen here while this is printing, oh, my ugly mug is in the way of the print. Here, let's do this. There we go. Looks like Japanese Godzilla movie. Huh. Of course. So if I share my screen here, there we go. So this is the Idea Maker slicer with the CR30 profile in it. Look at that. That is a long Z. Woo, woo. So if I bring in, let's bring in a model. What do I have? Do I have a Benchy or something here? I know Benchy is kind of boring. Oh, I can allow access to, there we go. Okay. Do I even have a 3D Benchy right here? Let's see what I've got. Files. Just for fun, let's drop a Benchy on there. Was that not the right one? Yeah. Import models. Do I have to do it that way? I've never used Idea Maker period before, so I'm going to drive that Benchy onto the desktop. Let's close that, and there we go. Loading the model. There's the Benchy. Primary extruders, fine. Color, I don't really care. Gosh, I've got white on there. Show extruders print range, that's fine. Can I zoom in on it a bit more? Okay. Move PNP to upper left. Move what to upper left? PNP? Oh, picture in picture, which is what I just did, right? Yeah. Oops. You mean on this one? Yeah, upper left. Yeah. Yeah. Let me darken. That seems like it's a little overexposed here. Let me. That's a little better there. A little better there. Okay. So let's go back to the slicer real quick, guys. If just for now, and then we'll get back to the print. So start slicing. Where's my settings though? If I want a modifier, no. Texture, Boolean, max fit, duplicate, repair, connect. So start slicing. Okay, so we're going to slice Jesse PLA. Doesn't matter. I can always go in here and adjust the temperature for the PLA. General 19. Oh, I don't need to know the price. Where do I adjust temperature in this slicer? Edit. No. Infill density 10%. I think 15 for a Benchy is good. 4 perimeters is fine. Advanced. Texture and belt printer settings have been moved to special tab. Okay, next. Click here or press Control F to search the slicing settings. Next. Okay, here's where I do my temperatures, I think. Flow rate, temperature, 220. I do 65 on the bed. 215 is fine for the filament I'm running. Speed, I'm just going to leave because I don't know much about the speed on this yet. Special, so texture XY offset, texture color normalized, texture color up. Interesting, all the difference. I got to learn all these settings. There's a lot of settings to learn in here. Infill, grid, rectilinear. Let's do rectilinear. Do they have gyroid? They do. I want to do gyroid. Solid fill. I'm just going to leave all these right now. Okay, and we're going to slice. I just want to see what this looks like sliced. May want to rotate that. Rotate. Oh, rotate the Benchy? Oh, it's got supports in it. I don't want the supports. So it's going to start printing it from the side. So it needs the supports underneath, possibly. Let's look at it from the side. So we're going to need the supports underneath, or are we? But I don't need the supports inside. Interesting. And I know there's a learning curve to the slicing software for this because it's a whole new ball game because it's on a 45-degree angle. Anyways, so close preview. Let's go back here. And I'm just going to go back to edit. And where did it talk about support? Right there. Primary extruder. I want to say from bed only. I don't want supports inside. Adaptive support. Interesting. Generate support. Touch platform only right there. Okay. What's adaptive support? Interesting. Anyways, a lot of different things to learn here. So if I now click that and click slice and preview. So now we just have the support on the outside, which I think we need coming at that angle, although maybe not. Yeah, I guess. See, and that's so different because, but how else? So, big bad liar, big bad Blair. I think if you rotate the print so the back of the boat prints first, it has less supports. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Okay. So if I come in here and I go close preview, so let's just see here now how I rotate the model. Rotate. And I want to rotate it on the Z, 90 degrees. No, the other way, minus 90. Okay, so you're saying like that. Okay, you're saying do that. Let's see what that does. I see what you mean now. 24 cents estimated price. I haven't put any parameters in there yet though. So let's preview the slice. Okay, so there's a little bit of support on the front and a little bit of support. I see what you were saying there. Okay. So I see the reason for the back support. And as we come up, why the front support though? Just in the one spot. Although I don't know if this has selective support stuff yet. Anyways, okay, so that's much better, a lot less support, so it'd be cleaner. And rather than have support removal marks from the side of the boat, they're just on the back of the boat. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, cool. So let's export to local disk. Let's go to my desktop. Let's actually, I like supporting it to the download. I'm going to go 3D Benchy CR30 so I know which one it is, and we'll save that. And maybe when this guy finishes printing, we will maybe try doing this. Something has moved out of focus here. Oh, because it's coming up higher, it hit my camera. So let me refocus for you guys here, sorry. Much better, and a little lighter here. And raise this up a bit. I can't get any tighter back because if I go closer, the Y gantry is hitting my camera lens. Oh, look at that. We have a spammer. What will we do to spammers? We say block user. Dum da da dum. There we go. Okay, cool. 20 people. So we're up and down in viewers. Cool. 3 on Twitch. Awesome. The dual streaming thing is tough, kind of. Why do I think this is just a calibration cube? Huh. Let's see. Everybody that's chatting is chatting in YouTube. Okay, that's good. There's only a few people on my Twitch channel, so I don't know if I'm going to stick with my Twitch. I might. I don't have a lot of followers on Twitch, so People seem to be following me more on YouTube for some reason. Anyways, oops. Can I get a better camera view for you here? No, that's gonna, and as that gets a little higher, that's gonna hit my camera lens again. And I can't back the camera up any further without falling off my bench. I wonder, I'm gonna try another thing for you. Let's go to the close-up. Let's do this camera again for a moment. Let's do that one for a moment, and then let's see if I can do something different here. Okay, let's back this one out. Okay, so see what I do, see what I go through for you guys? Anything to give you a better view. It's kind of cool watching this thing print anyways. Cool and boring at the same time, right? Let's move that camera over there. Let's put you on this tripod. Hey, Mike, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see if I can get you guys a little better view here. This might just work, you know. This might just be what the doctor ordered. Let me go to studio mode. Let me switch to this camera. And let me find the model. Oh, I will go to great lengths to give you guys the best possible view. Okay, let's try that. Let me darken that a little, close that aperture up a little. There we go. How's this one? Sharpen. There we go. That's not a bad view, I don't think. It's clear. Good, good. Love these little cameras. They do a good job. Can't get the nozzle, unfortunately, just because the angle the nozzle's at right now, and it's really, really tough to get a camera in to get that nozzle angle. If I had a wider bench, a little wider bench, I might be able to, but I think this is okay. Yeah, no, you're not going to get much better. Not going to get much better. 18 people on the stream. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's see, is my buddy Jerry still streaming? He's got a long stream today, I have a feeling. And he is still going. Yep, look at that. Still going strong. Good on you, Jerry. What are we at? We're at 7:13. This says it's got 31 minutes it's printing. This doesn't tell me the remaining time or anything like that. I wonder if anybody's can you clipperize CR30? There may be upgraded firmware to this too that I'm not aware of. As I say, this is right from the Kickstarter, which was what, a year ago, and it's been sitting on my floor for what, a few months, or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 months. So there is likely a firmware update for this, which I will look into. Yeah. But it's printing well. I just want to let this print finish and just check out the quality of the print. And if there's time, I'll start the Benchy. And if not, I'll do another stream just based on this. So while this is working and printing, I'm going to just take out the, do I have another view here? Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to, I like that view for you guys, but I'm going to take out the roller assembly. But first of all, I'm just going to go through and organize what's with these tools. They've given me a lot of zip ties, and I think to do some cable management in here, but there's a couple places I'll tie the cables up, I suppose. You can install Clipper on the CR30, Jason. Oh, cool. Really? Seriously? With the existing board, or do I got to put a new board in it? I mean, I do have the octopus sitting around looking for a home, so this would be a cool printer to have clipperized, I think. This would definitely be a cool clipperizable printer. This may have a permanent home on my bench here. I didn't even know you were still watching, Jason. Listen, I appreciate it. Thank you. You're so loyal. Oops, that's my arm in the way. I'm just looking to see if I should zip tie that Bowden tube down. I may eventually, yeah. The wire management's not bad. It's not bad. You know, overall, there's nothing running in it. Nothing is interfering with anything. It was just that kink Bowden tube, which I didn't like. It's just because they didn't run it under that one piece, which is fine. It's not interfering, but otherwise, it's very tidy, very neat, neatly laid out. You just need a Pi, and I happen to have a Pi 02W, and I happen to have a Pi 4, but I'd probably put the Pi 02W on it. Hey, Jason, we may need to stream together again. You're on. Hey, maybe by the time my stream is done, I'll be able to hop back on Jerry's stream. So yeah, lots of spare parts. Spare Bowden tube, photoelectric switch line. So basically, there is a sensor for the Y, a sensor for the Y thing here. So they've given me a spare sensor wires, spare Bowden tube. In the box, in the roller kit, no, I have another kit. It came with a spare hot end, a spare belt, whole bunch of spare things, another spare filament sensor, lots of spare screws. So yeah, I mean, good on them for, and I think some of that might have been the Kickstarter stretch goal thing. Oh, and I didn't even think to use the, they've also included a 0.1 millimeter feeler gauge, which I could have used instead of the paper on the bed there. So let's say you have a wife that only lets you have a few printers. Which printer does this replace? I'm selling some printers off, as you guys all know. Wow, this is a really thin. Wow, and it's greasy. I just need to wipe the grease off this. Okay. I am selling a few printers off, so this is a really thin, like 0.1 millimeter gauge. That is great. I like these because it's more accurate than paper, you know, because paper is different thicknesses and stuff. So that's pretty cool, that gauge. Quite happy with that. Okay, I'm going to put all the spare screws in one bag. For this little puppy. Screws and nuts together. You're finally getting the CR30 up and running. I am, Michael. Yes, I am, Mike. Yep, and I've still got a lot to learn on it, Mike. The leveling was very, very Maria Webster. Ha ha ha. Maria knows I'm selling printers. She knows that I'm doing my best to declutter this space. So I think she's been proud of me lately for that. I hope. Right, baby? Anyways. Yeah, Mike, I'm still learning the leveling. The leveling was very tricky, to say the least. I still don't understand how I leveled it. I managed to get it so the print started and the print stick to the belt. I still don't know what I did. So I need to learn. I need to educate myself, watch some more videos, I suppose, because the manual was very, very difficult to comprehend and understand. Love you too, baby. You're always proud of me. Thank you. But this is going to be a great production printer. I'm going to be doing for the Maker Faire that's coming up in October. I got to confirm that. I'm going to be printing a bunch of stuff to give away at the Maker Faire, and this belt printer is ideal for that because I want to print, for instance, a couple hundred whistles. And what better printer to do that than on this, and then some shopping cart keys, etc., etc. So, but this is going well so far, and the wall looks good. Hopefully this is good. Yeah, I think this is just a cube. I'm guessing this is just your typical calibration cube we're doing, but I lost in translation on the SD card. I couldn't read it. And then I've got to learn the Idea Maker software. So, whoops, that was my bad. And I've got to work on the software and get to know slicing software for a belt printer, because it is so different. It's a huge learning curve, I think. But yeah, we have spare Bowden couplers, spare nozzles. These are just your standard Creality nozzles, though. So I've got tons of nozzles. No shortage of nozzles here. I'm impressed with all the spare parts they gave me. I really am. You don't usually get this many spares when you buy your typical printer from Creality. And I think because it was a Kickstarter, because it was a new machine, they wanted to ensure that everybody had plenty of parts, is my guess. So, give you a holler when I want to get this queuing prints. For sure, I will. I want to print a, I'm sure he's not watching right now, so I want to print a nice little, like a cosplay sword or something for Ethan, my wonderful 6-year-old. I want to print like a long sword or something that he can play with. That'd be cool. I know you got to do that in 2 parts and then glue them together. So, yeah. Okay, well, I'm really happy that went well, as well as it has so far. And then again, I struggled. It took 3 or 4, I don't know, guys, what, 3 or 4 or 5 tries to get that filament to stick. But it's sticking and it's working. So, and I'm just cleaning up my tools as I banter and chat away here. So happy you guys have stuck around this long for the stream. So great to see this thing going though. Oh, awesome. Okay, we have our average snippers. We have our regular toolkit, which I don't know how many of these toolkits I've got, but I just know I don't need to open it. So I need to have a bin for my CR30 parts. There we go. I didn't say my dirty parts. I said my CR30 parts. Okay, so now I'm just going to have a look at this roller assembly kit while this is printing. This kit came as I think this roller assembly kit was a stretch goal, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull down this camera. And let me see if I can give you guys a view, add this camera to this view so you can keep an eye on the print at the same time. Love OBS, because even when I'm live, I can just go studio mode. I can switch camera views. I can go to this view I'm in. I can add my overhead camera. Is it this one? Oh, it's the Brio, that one there. Boom. I can add it. And I can move it down right there. And then I can exit studio mode, and look at that. You guys got the overhead camera view. So I'm going to open up this. Is the roller assembly kit. Oh, let me go up a little higher with this. Actually, it might be better if I just do it this way. There we go. So this has 6 rollers. This looks like the attachments to attach it to the printer. Let me see. And I think this was a bonus add-on when they hit, and one of their stretch goal add-ons too, because I didn't order this as a separate item. So yeah, it looks like we just 1, 2, 3, 6, 12 screws, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So we have side rails. Oh, look at that. Nice branded side rail. There we go. And, oh, another side rail, nicely branded. And then 6 rollers, spring-loaded. No, not spring-loaded. Yeah, this is gonna definitely had to get rid of get my RatRig off the bench in order to even consider putting the Printmill, building it and putting it together. It needs a fair bit of room for a home, and it'll actually work well on the end of this bench, and it still leaves me room to do other builds and other mods and stuff like that. So, is there anything else under this? That looks like that's that, and that's it. That's all there is to this. So we can get rid of this box. It's funny, I've been thinking, somebody at the beginning of the stream said, because Naomi's not involved with this project anymore, that a good collector's item would have been the unopened box with the printer in it. And yeah, it would have been. I mean, if somebody had the money and bought a couple of them at the Kickstarter and they just left one unopened, you never know. It might go at an auction someday. So, okay. But maybe not. So we have this. We have a whole bunch of screws. Oh, and then we have these 2 pieces, which I'm pretty sure are to attach it to the printer somehow. Anyways, did it even show how to attach it to the printer? It does. Oh, I see. Slides in. Oh, okay. Right into the side on these pieces right here. Well, let's build this, put this thing together. So we have the Creality logos up. And so these things just simply screw in. Yeah. Let's dump a handful of screws out here. That looks like a 2mm. I'm wrong. It's a 3mm. There we go. So don't roll off my bench. Do not roll off my bench. So I think we just start by like this. That's turning the whole thing. There we go. Do I have room to lay this other one out right beside it like this? Do I have room? Do I have room? I do. Okay. Looks like we're closing the cube off. Just like so. And if I'm not, when I'm not printing with a Printmill, I can open a grocery store here, and this can be the little conveyor that you slide your groceries down. Ha! Okay, not funny. I have the weirdest sense of humor I know, so you guys have to put up with it. Well, you don't have to. You can always leave the channel, but hit that like button and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. I appreciate all the subscriptions. I have hit 1.3K subscribers on YouTube recently. That was exciting, and I thank everybody who subscribed and who watches me. Two more. I am so hungry. I have not had supper yet. That's okay. I'll get something. Not like I'm going to whittle away to nothing. I've got a lot of reserves on me. Well, actually, I'll have supper at 8 o'clock. A rare and unusual 3-hour stream. Okay, and then I can kind of stand this up, or actually just maybe turn this around this way and put all the screws in the other side. It's the internet. We're all weird here. Yeah. You know, I've been in different communities, and everybody says this, but I really mean it. I mean, well, everybody means it too, but 3D printing community is the best community I've been involved in on the internet, period, by far. So it's great. The maker community in as a whole, you know, really. So I'm so looking forward. I'm excited for the Maker Faire. I'm now torn. Do I bring my RatRig to the Maker Faire, or do I bring the CR30 to the Maker Faire? Or do I bring both? Ooh. Both. Maybe. Maybe. And again, look at these beautiful, like they give me 4 spare screws for these rollers too. Okay, so that's assembled that way. Let's put the spare screws back. Wow, 4 spare screws. What am I doing, Timbo? Karen, did Jerry finish streaming, Karen, or are you just cheating on his stream? Huh? We got the Printmill up and running, Karen. You missed the whole thing, I think. We struggled a little. The build was easy. It was like 16 screws, the build. We had a few issues with the I'm going to move this over. I'm going to have to refocus this camera. Sorry, guys. We had a few issues with the getting the first layer down and calibrated, etc. But it's going pretty good. We're printing whenever the test thing was that was on the card, because I've yet to use an actual slicer. They don't really tell me how these pieces work. It looks like this just slides on, something like that. But what? Oh, are these? Oh, these are feet for the end, I guess, or are they? The instructions aren't super clear. I am hungry and I am thirsty. Oh, nom, 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 nom. I would love I'd kill for a Coke Zero right now, but that's okay. It's a caffeine addiction, and it's too late at night for a Coke Zero. Maybe it's not. Apparently there's caffeine-free Coke Zero out there. Okay, this doesn't really tell me. List profile support parts. Take out the profile seal on the model and install bracket as shown in the picture. Yeah. It's easy for you to say. Yeah, I know there's 4 screws that go in here. Well, there's 2 screw holes missing though. These instructions, I swear, you know, that's okay. They try their best. There is, oh, unless they're underneath these profiles. Whoa, I just about fell through a hole in the floor here. Okay, here we go. I'm being lazy sitting down, rolling my chair across the floor. I wonder if, I don't know if you, no, this camera's too far away, but there's little slot profile covers covering the profile here. I wonder if, no, I wonder if the screw hole's under there. It is too. Screw hole for the rail is right under there. And if I lift this one up, so I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here, just so you know. Just so you know. But I'll switch your camera view for a quick second. Hang on. Here we go. So, close-up cam. Boom. Right underneath this rail right here was a profile cover, and underneath that profile cover was a screw hole. So the roller assembly screws in here and screws in here. So, but I don't know what these pieces are for. Unless they're feet for the end of the roller assembly. They might be feet for the end of the roller assembly, but it's not really super clear how to put them on. Anyways. Caffeine-free Coke Zero is called water. Yeah. I suppose you're right there, Pygar. Yep. So if I put this on, if I put this roller assembly on here, like so. Okay, the weight of that, no, these, yeah, I guess these are probably, this makes no sense what these other little pieces are for. I'm guessing they're feet, but there's extra screws. Okay, so I think, which size screws did they say to use for this one? They don't. I've got 2 different size screws, so I'm going to assume the longer ones. Longer! Now we're up to 26 viewers. Awesome. I think some Twitch viewers. I'm guessing Jerry's ended his stream, and I got some Twitch viewers. Only 5 Twitch, 21 YouTube. Okay, that's okay. Although Kieran's on Twitch. Look at that. Good eye, Kieran. Okay, let's get one in. Let's see. Here I am screwing this. Oh, it's not just a straight cube. There's a little bump or something going on it. So there we go. See if this is the right screw or if it's going to be too long. No, that's the right one. That fits in there. Okay. That one's too long. Okay, so it needs a long one and a short one here. Well, the picture does not do a good job of showing me that one is long and one is short. Go get you something to eat and drink. We can watch the printer for a whole 3 minutes. I'm okay. I'll get something to eat after. It's a Saturday stream, and that one fits in there. And this one should actually be lined up nicely there. And where's my other long one here? Can I catch this hole here? I can. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that's printing. It's got like a little bump on the top, so it's not a cube. Okay, and here we go. There. There. And there, we have a roller assembly. But I still don't, these have got to be little feet for this end. I don't know. Anyways, that's my guess. Let me, don't you dare roll off my bench. Oh, don't you dare fall down. Sounds like a country song. Don't you dare roll off my bench. If I turn this little sucker on, I wonder, boom, 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 cha-cha, cha-cha. Okay, you guys didn't know that I was going to do some jazz. Okay, let's put this like this. Let's get this camera up top here. Give you a view of this thing put together now. Mm-hmm. So here we go. So if I go to this camera, there it is assembled with the roller assembly. Now what do you think? There's these little pieces left over. Okay, 2 of these. I'm guessing that they basically screw on the end of here. Now I'll zoom out a bit so you can kind of see. I'm guessing they maybe screw on the end here as just as legs. Do you think, just to hold it up? But it's really stable on its own right now. You know, or would that be maybe to join to another belt assembly, another roller assembly? Yeah, either feet. I can see putting some support here, but you also don't need it. So I don't know. I really don't know. What do y'all think? Yes, legs. Is the cube coming off the belt a bit? I don't think so. Let me have a look. Doesn't look like it. You're looking right here, like on this. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't think so. I think it's just maybe I see you see a little bit of a warp there, right? Yeah. Wonder if it's the angle. Let's see. Let me get a little higher angle here now, because a little higher angle just because we're getting higher on the cube. There we go. And did I lose focus? There. I'm curious to see what this is. You jumped in a little late, however, I hope to see some follow-up videos. Most channels covered this printer on release but never gave it an update. Yeah, this printer's gonna live on my workbench. There we go, that's better. This printer is going to live on my workbench, Daniel, and I'm going to be doing some printing with it, and I will stream more and more about it for sure. I'm fascinated with this printer, actually. It's kind of cool. But you're right, there's very little follow-up. I know there's been issues with it. People have had issues, etc. And now there's other companies coming out with belt printers, but I think this one, if it's set up right and calibrated right, etc., I think it's fine. I've seen some really good stuff come off of other people's printers like this. So I'm going to assume these are legs. So let's see if I can put these on while we're printing. I think they're legs. It's the only thing it can be. So, and that's why they give me little longer screws, so that they go in the end, and so it holds the leg on and it holds the not going to mount it to the wall like Joel, no. I don't have a solid enough wall or accessible enough wall to do that too. I have a straight to the, if you look on the top right camera, straight in front of me, there's a wall, but it's sort of a temporary wall that I put up to separate the basement from my studio. So no, I don't think I'm going to put it on the wall. It's cool. I mean, if you had the space and you had the infrastructure to do it, I think it's cool. Oh yeah, these have got to be legs. Yeah. Can I move this while it's printing? Why not? So yeah, if you have space to do it, and the need for it, and you didn't have any space elsewhere, yeah, it's a great idea to go on the wall. I think Repcord sells a kit for mounting it on the wall too. So I don't know if they should have faced the other way. I don't care. Doesn't matter which way they face, as long as they act as legs, they act as legs. I don't know why they, I don't know. I've got to see if I can find the actual way people have used these. Get in the hole, will you? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so if you look here, yeah, they're right on there. So yeah, that's probably what they're for, just to support this end. Why they got the little cutouts on the bottom, I don't know, but hey, they work as legs. I'd actually probably put maybe rubber or felt underneath them. Although there's no vibration from this thing at all because it's so heavy, it's solid. So yeah. Oh, look at that view. Hang on, there's a nice view for you right there. This camera zooms in nice and close. How about that view? And look, right in behind it, that spool you're seeing is the spool on the CR6 SE. And then right in behind that, you're seeing the RatRig. Man, zoom lenses make things look so, like they're so close together. So if I leave that angle and add, let's add a camera to this. Love OBS. If I add this camera, then if we go like this, then you get an eye, keep an eye on that side. Although this guy doesn't want to focus on that. This guy wants to focus more in the background. Don't focus on the background. Focus on what's at hand there and then move. Now you don't want to focus on anything. Come on. Come on. Focus. Can I switch to manual focus on this thing? I don't think I can. There we go. I'll just leave it like that. I'll just leave it like that so I don't make everybody sick and dizzy. And then let me add this one so you guys can see my pretty mug, just like that. There we go. Now we're cooking with water. 22 viewers. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. Appreciate it. 7:47. We'll let this print finish. I was going to cut off at 8. We'll let this print finish because I'm sure we're all curious to see what it's like, what it is, and curious to see how the print turns out. I am. So I hope you all are. Whoever's laughed. So let's throw the, don't need those instructions. They're useless. These bags, I don't really need. I got more plastic bags than you can shake a plastic bag at. Spare bolts. Those profile inserts I can cut. I'll just keep them. I'm saying I could cut the profile inserts and fit them in behind here. Actually, if I cut one of them in half, it would probably work perfectly. Yeah. Let's see the length on this. Right where my finger is. Do I dare? I do dare. Perfect. So if I cut another one, do I dare again? I do dare again. AC3DS scanning's sort of been put on hold. I had a lot of things to do this week, and then I decided, since I had finally cleared out my RatRig, I decided I wanted to get this. Oh, these are a bit too long. I wanted to get this 3D print mill up and running because I want to use it for doing some Maker Faire stuff for the Maker Faire coming up in the fall. I know it's in the fall, but man, there's apparently going to be 10,000 attendees, estimated 10,000 attendees. So, and I want to do some giveaways at the Maker Faire. So, yeah, let's get these inserts put in. Perfect. And perfect. There we go. That's going to be perfect home in the end of my bench. Okay, so we have a spare insert, more spare screws. There we go. As we go, as we wait. Okay, let's have another, while we're waiting for this, let's peek at one more thing here. First of all, I got to get this box out of my way. Okay, I'm going to grab this other one. So the Kickstarter version of this, as I say, was a great value. So number one, it retails for twice what I paid for right now. Number two, the roller assembly was a stretch goal, I believe, because I didn't order it separately. And this was another stretch goal add-on, was a spare everything. So we have some spare bearings, pretty much replacement bearings, which I think are to do with the belt. This is, and then there's a spare belt in here. Seems like a similar texture to the belt that's on there. I don't know how fast or how long these will take before they wear out. And then share more about the lizard before mine ships. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get back to the lizard, Mike. I am. I had the issues with my mics, with my sound, with my internet, and by the time I got all those done and run, you know, but it is right here, and I am going to be getting back to it. From what I've been watching and reading and hearing, I'm gonna the next time I jump on and stream with it, it's going to be handheld. As opposed to, I'm going to hand hold it while the model turns on the base, because it looks like people are getting much better results that way. So the other thing we have in here is the spare, it came with a complete spare hot end kit here. Okay, and under there, so we have a spare hot end. The only thing I don't have spare for this, or it didn't come with, was a spare extruder or feeder. So let's tighten this up a bit here. Okay, and then that, and then we have, what are all these packages? These are belts. So this is a timing belt kit. This is a XY axis belt. And this is a, oh wow, 5 more nozzles. Not that I'll never, ever, ever run out of nozzles. So this was the bonus belt kit. So yeah, so I don't think I'll need that for a while, but good to have, right? Who knows how fast I'll wear the belt out. Okay. Come on. Close up. Close up. Close up. So there we go. Commercial invoice. You can just live down there for now. There we go. Now that I got this box open, I've got more storage room behind my bench for a few things too. So, okay. Time to change this camera angle a little bit again. Try and not make you too dizzy. There we go. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Still not sure exactly what that's printing, but I think we're close to being done. I think we're close. Does the material surface on the new belt feel different from the original? No, it feels that new belt I have, the spare one, feels very similar to the one that's on here now. And I think it's probably the same because it came with the printer. It was all part of the Kickstarter package. So I'm sure it's the same. I know they changed the material at one point, but I don't know if I've got the newer material on this one or the older material. I know it based on some reviewers' reviews that got them pre-Kickstarter or during Kickstarter. And I think it was pre-Kickstarter. I know that they made some changes to the belt based on reviewers' comments. So so far I'm having no problem with this thing sticking. It's pretty solid on there right now, so I think this belt is going to be fine. It's with PLA right now, so I don't know, I don't know how well it would work with PETG or anything. So I don't even know if I would print PETG on this. I don't know if I'd have a need for it for what I have planned to print on it. So, but no, so far it's working pretty good. I know there's I know once, and the belt doesn't look like it's riding. That's the other thing that they say to watch for is down here to make sure that the belt is running straight. And so far it's running quite straight because I know there's adjustments. There's all sorts of adjustments on this thing that you can do. But so far it's looking pretty good. But again, it hasn't even gone one full revolution. So, it's not, he had to rough his up slightly. Okay. Yeah, well, this one so far seems pretty good, but again, it's the first print and it's only one spot on the belt so far. So, and the belt's nice and straight so far, but we need to print a whole bunch of stuff like for 24 hours and see how it all works out. Nice thing too about this is this roller assembly can come off if you're producing small parts, and then you just, which I'll probably take it off. And then you just have a box below, so everything just falls in the box. I don't really need this on. It's going to be more difficult to move it anyways. I just wanted to, number one, see it on. And I guess I should have kept those profiles instead of cutting them, but that's okay. It's cosmetic. I'm not overly concerned about cosmetics. So and it's real easy to take on and off. 4 screws and it's off. And all this working around the printer while it's printing no vibrations, nothing. This thing is built extremely solid. It's nothing cheap feeling about it at all. Just got to use one last week. Oh, did you? Oh, cool. And what'd you think? I bet my music stopped. It's okay. Not everybody's a fan of the music anyways. So yeah, 4 screws. And there goes the assembly. Look at that. And really, you only need this for long prints, like for lengthy prints. Not, well, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Like if you're gonna print a sword or something, or that's when you would want that. But for small parts, like if I was printing 500 of these things that are printing now, just let them fall off the end. Ideally, turn this thing around. I think this will fit on the width of my bench too. And then just put a box on the floor and boom, parts fall off. Where's my tape measure? I'm curious if this will fit across the width of my bench. So the feet, it's all a matter of the feet. The feet are 19 inches center to center. And my bench is 24 inches. So yeah, that'll fit across the width of my bench. Actually, that's going to take up less room than I thought. Fit it across the width of my bench, and if I'm printing multiple pieces, I just throw a box on the floor and they can just fall into the box. That's a bonus. I didn't think that would fit across the width of my bench. Yay! Oh, and hello, Dum Dum Dev, by the way. Nice machine. Yeah, it's I'm impressed so far. It's solid. It is extremely solid. It's I heard it was, but I didn't expect it to be so heavy. I think I can come in a little closer here now. We still want to focus in behind. Unless I force you. Is it not on autofocus? Why are you not focusing very well? I'll have to, you're not being very cooperative, this camera. Unless I go really close, will it focus? No. But I think we're okay right about there. There we are. Yeah. Weird. Really weird. It's just the focus is jumping around on it. I don't usually have the problem with that camera. I don't know what that is. It's like a box with a stack on top or something. Maybe we'll switch back to this view. Let's see. There we go. Oh, we don't need the overhead camera in this scene anymore, do we? Let's just move it in behind. There we go. Let's move this a bit. Can I get a better view down here now? Maybe. Yeah, okay. I'm going to switch views on this one. Give you guys another different angle. Now that we're at a position I can. So let me pop into studio mode. And let's see if I can do this. Let's see what I can do here. You know, never have too many tripods in your studio. Don't ever let anybody tell you any different. Ooh, and is that focused? I think we're even in focus here. Oh, maybe not. There we go. How's that for a view? You get a left angle ICE cord, IEC cable. Get you an ICE cord. Left angle for what? What's that used for? What did I miss? IEC cable. Tired. Weird cube. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I don't know what's going to become. But I don't want to touch it because I don't know how tight it is to the bed. But it looks pretty good so far, considering I haven't tuned anything. And you turn the printer 90 degrees, so the power. Oh, the power cable. Okay, okay. I see what you're saying. It should be fine. The power cable's right here. Oh, I see what you mean. So it runs down the side of the printer. Okay, I may have one of those. Yeah, but that's a good idea. So it's not sticking out. That's a very good idea, Printer Prawn. Yeah, good idea. They don't cost much at all. Oh, now, so here's the other thing. I don't know if, for those of you that weren't here earlier, this was also in there. And I think, did I get a good picture of this? This was also in the box. There we go, right there. Obviously, another one of those Kickstarter editions, but I've heard nothing but negative about this. Have any of you guys used this thing before? The Creality box? Do they even make it or sell it anymore or support it anymore? I've just heard really bad about it, you know, so I don't know. I don't even know if I want to unshrink wrap it because why bother? So create reality, achieve dreams. It's nice looking. I could probably get $5 for it. So any of you who've used that Creality box, let me know if it's worth opening and if it's worth spending any time with. You're having trouble with your keyboard there, Printer Prawn. I knew what you meant. I knew exactly what you meant. Let's see, is the music even playing anymore? Should I just shut this off? It's not even playing anymore. Let's just start it over again. Just your fingers. Never dare to connect it to your Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's even worth putting 5 minutes into thinking about it. So, well, it looks like we're getting down to the cube part almost being done here. We'll just see what the top part looks pretty from here. I'm just looking at the same image you guys are looking at from the camera. That looks pretty good. The layers look pretty decent. I just wonder if it's going to finish that actual top cylinder or if it's actually going to have an image on the front there. Then I'll, yeah. What printers are you selling? Well, I've got 2 CR6 SEs. One of them is sold. The other one is not yet. So I have a CR6 SE. Works fine. It's got the community firmware upgrade on it. Good printer. Possibly another Ender 3 V2. Again, possibly my Ender 2 Pro. I was thinking of the of my my Q5, my FLSUN Q5. That's kind of it for now. That's going to give me a bit more room. The thing is that a lot of these were for my channel for unbox reviews, etc. A bulk of my printing is now done on the RatRig and my Prussias. So I may even sell my King Rune KP3S. So unknown caller. Who could that be? Bonnieville, Alberta. We don't know who that is, and let's see if they leave a message. If they leave a message, good. If they don't, then I didn't need to hear from them. Somebody from Bonnieville. Oh, excuse me. I had a rough night's sleep last night, so I'm a little tired today, but that's okay. This is fun. 25 people hanging out. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's see. We are 7 on Twitch and 18 on YouTube. I want to check and see, is Jerry still streaming? Wouldn't be surprised. He had a great. He is too. Wow, that is awesome. He's had some great guests on today, so that is so cool that Jerry's still going. 6-hour stream. That is incredible. And I thank you guys for being here. I know Saturday night is a very competitive stream night. I know that Nero streams on Saturday nights as well. So, but I'm probably the only one streaming tonight with the CR30. The CRA, yeah. My social insurance number has been used for which Jerry? Jerry 3DHP is currently streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I get those calls 5, 6, 7, 8 times a week that my social insurance number or my social security number is being used for criminal purposes, and I'm going to be arrested unless I speak with an officer. So, yeah. While we're winding down, I think we probably got 5 or 10 more minutes on this print. Oh boy, I'm curious to see what the ending G code is on this. If it just stops or if it's actually going to roll the belt up and present it to me. Let's get the, sorry, I'm going to just mute myself for a minute here. I got the sniffles, bad allergies for some reason this time of year. I haven't even had a chance to look outside. We're supposed to get a major snowstorm tonight. I hope we don't get too much snow. Let's go back to this camera. Gives us the other view as well. Yeah, we'll see if it rolls and presents itself to me or if it just stops and I have to actually, yeah. I imagine I could move my Z. I want to see if it rolls and pops off the end, actually. I'd be curious to see how easy it is. Yeah, he's building a RatRig V minion right now. Yeah. Oh, he's building the RatRig V minion. Oh, cool. I thought he only did Vorons. Put a disconnect tone at the end, at the start of your voicemail message. Makes the autocaller they use think your line has been disconnected. Oh. Oh, that's cool. The one that goes, I'm sorry, the number you have called. Okay, we're almost done here. It's been a 1 hour and 28-minute print so far. Oh, sorry guys, I'm yawning. I'm sleepy and I'm hungry. He's not enjoying it, that's for sure. That's too bad. He's good though. I mean, he's the kind of guy that he's got the smarts for this stuff. He can figure his way out of anything. Here it's snowing for the last 20 hours at the moment. Visibility is, yeah, you're down east too, right? Yeah. Wow. Lots of snow down east, and you're getting more. The system we're getting apparently is blowing that way, so. It's been a weird winter this year. February has been milder than you would believe, and we usually get cold temperatures, but we're going to be in the sub-zeros, -20s next week. So it sure is pretty. It is, isn't it, Jason? Isn't it pretty? I don't know. It's that one in the background right there with the green thing on it is pretty printer too, though. I mean, come on. I have been printing all week on the RatRig because I'm changing my filament storage. I've been printing these things all week. That's the Repcord filament rack thing. So I've been printing a lot of these. I've been printing these 2 up on my RatRig. They've been going pretty good, and that's on recycled filament. So these are pretty cool. So I got a bunch of those, and to go along with those, in a nice, of course, contrasting color, I've been printing these guys, and basically these screw to the wall, okay, and then these guys here will clip onto it, and then you get the pipe, which is a standard, and it's the standard galvanized piping you get at the hardware store that goes through these, and then of course you have, you know, whatever you need. You have a couple of these side by side, however far apart, and then your filament just sets on them. So, and I don't need my filament in bags here. So I'm going to redo my whole filament storage rack. So it's going to give me more room down here. Because right now, the way I'm storing my filament is very, very inefficient. So, and I don't like inefficiency. So, yeah, the RatRig's been busy printing these things all week. So, pretty cool. Nice first layer on them. They printed nice. This camera is annoying me with its lack of autofocusing. Something, oh, there, it just did it. Here we go. There we go. So it just decided it wanted to autofocus now. My purge line got in the way on that one. But yeah, nice filament too. That's the Preheat recycled PLA. So, no, those are PLA. The hangers for the wall are PETG. They had, and somebody, I think it was Jerry, that was concerned about the strength of these, telling me be careful it doesn't fall off. These are 7 perimeters. I mean, these are rock. I couldn't break that if I tried. They're definitely solid, and they're going to do the job of holding it up just well. 7 perimeters, 50% infill, something like that. They're solid. So, yeah, they're not going to go anywhere. And these are PETG, so they're going to be fine. You're making them too? Cool. I don't know if I need I know there's another piece that you can do that holds the rods in or something. So far I've just printed those 2 parts of it. I don't know if I need the rest of it or not. I doubt it. So, oh, we're getting down to it, guys. Here, let's have a look here. We're getting down to it. So it did finish the whole cube thing. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious if it's going to present the print to me. I'd say we're down to the last 30 seconds. Okay, I won't do that. Sorry. Yeah, but even with the belt printer, my favorite's still my RatRig. You know why? Because of the labor of love that was put into it. I was proud to have done that build. Couldn't have done it without Jason. I guess I could have done it without Jason, but I'd still be doing it. Let's put it that way. Jason was a great help. Okay, I'm going to get ready. It's almost done. Let's see if it presents itself. I'm going to switch cameras here. There we go. What's that? Woo! Telling me it's done. You're going to home yourself. You're going to slowly home yourself. You are slowly homing yourself. Oh, you're printing another one. Oh, it's printing another one. No, you're not. How many did it tell it to print? So now it's starting another one. So we're going to stop and stop. So it just right away started another print. So they probably had this set to do a bunch of them as a demo. We're going to stop it. I'm going to move the axis, motion, move axis. I want to move my Y up out of the way a bit. So it's off the bed. Okay. Boom. Now I'm going to move my Z. Let's move it 260. I want to see this come off the end. I want to see how easy it releases. Well, it's not going to win any awards for speed of moving the belt up, but let me clear the nozzle of filament. Here we go. So again, I've got to work. I could see that second print that was starting was not going to stick to the belt. So I think I still need to adjust that leveling a little bit. It was definitely not going to stick. So had I left that and all night. So this one here though, okay, that's stuck pretty good. I'm wobbling it. I mean, I'm lifting the belt and moving the belt when I'm doing this, right? So that's stuck down pretty good to the belt, this one. See, I'm actually... So let's just see what happens when it comes to the end. RatRigs are easy. Did I measure the diameter of the conduit that you can buy locally? Apparently it's a standard one, so hopefully, I hope so. I didn't measure it. No, I just took, it looked like something I could buy locally. So, okay, we got to move a little further. Don't be shy. Come on to the end. I want to see if you come off. Yeah, that's, again, that's stuck that is stuck really well. So there we go. Let's see. Can we zoom in so you can see this a bit better? But you're not going to focus much, are you? No, I hate that. Maybe. Possibly. And a little bit further. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Yep, it's coming off. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Let's have a gander at her. First of all, let me shut this off. The fan is loud. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's have a gander. A look, whatever we want to call it. So, again, because it's white, it's going to be hard to see. You know what? Stop. I'm going to do it on this other camera. So we're going to force this thing to focus. There we go. So there. So you can kind of see the layer lines there. Okay, it's not bad though. I haven't done any tuning, nothing. You guys all saw. So you can see some more layer lines there. And on the bottom, we've got a good clean bottom. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see the belt. There's very little texture left from the belt. And then there's a Z seam. Obviously there you can see right there. So we got some, probably, I don't know if that's going to be, if I have to tighten the belts or what, but we'll see. So we got a little bit of issues there. My fingers are so dry. Terrible. I don't have hands for modeling, so that's just me. And then there's our top. So, you know, it's pretty good for the parts I'm going to be doing. It's not bad. I could probably do some tuning on this. If I actually end up clipperizing it, we could do some put an accelerometer on it and maybe get some cleaner prints off of it, but not bad for my first ever belt printer print, and it's strong. That's the nice thing too, okay, because the layer lines, if you printed this way on a traditional printer and it was straight up and down, I could probably easily snap that top piece off, but because of the angle that it's printed on, it's going to be actually a stronger piece than on a traditional FDM printer. So yeah. 13mm EMT conduit. Yeah, I'll probably have it. 1/2 inch, 13mm. It'll work. I mean, whatever it is, it'll work. So let's just see about, let's just measure this guy too. I'm sure it's meant to be a standard size cube. Well, this is my cheapo one, but we'll see. So this is, so we have, and so there we are. It's a 30mm cube, and we are at, what is with this camera tonight? .6. Okay, and then this side we are 30, right on the nose, and then up and down we are 30.1, 30.2. So, and then our little circle is 18.4. If I turn it, we're saying 18.4, 18.5. Then overall height, which I don't think really matters, should be 60. No, 50, I guess, 49.8. So pretty close. So it's obviously a 50 by 30, 30 by 30 by 30, whatever. So yeah, there we go. Wow, that worked. It worked. I built a belt printer. Yay! Got a print. Let's drag this window over here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. First print off the belt printer. Yep. This guy here. Oops, that light is way too bright. Hang on. Let me kill that light there. That's better. Yeah. And it was gonna continue printing these. I don't know how many it was. This was just on the test card. I did slice up. I downloaded Idea Maker Slicer, and I did slice up this Benchy. I'm not going to print it right now because I got to end the stream. I'm too hungry and tired. But yeah, this is Idea Maker Slicer, which I've been told by several people that this is the slicer to use. It had a built-in CR30 profile, so this is a slicer I will use to do some testing and stuff. So yeah, we will see how that, oops, oh, there we go. We'll see how that goes for me. So yeah. So you are vernier calipers. Yeah, these are cheap ones though. These are carbon fiber, printed in carbon. It's very light. It's carbon fiber. They're accurate within 2/100ths or something, or within 2/100ths, 3/100ths of a millimeter, compared to my other higher end calipers. But it's carbon fiber, so it's very light. So I haven't tried breaking them, so I'm not sure how strong they are. So there we go. So that was good. Should get food and rest then. I will. Yeah, I'm hungry and I haven't eaten dinner yet. And I had a rough night last night. So yeah, so that worked out really well. This was going to print. Now the only thing is when it started the second one, it was going to fail because it wasn't sticking to the belt. So the build was simple. It was like 16 screws or whatever to put the frame together. Plug in a few cables, slip in a Bowden tube, load some filament. The leveling was very difficult, and I'm still struggling with the leveling. I've got to learn more about the leveling. The manual itself, for those of you who weren't here, the leveling instructions in the manual leave something to be desired because, okay, here's how you level it. You press back on the screen to get the printer back to the origin. In other words, you home it, okay? Adjust your y-axis end stop adjusting screw according to the position on the nozzle relative to the bed after back to origin in order to make sure nozzle contacting with belt rightly. Then tighten y-axis end stop screw leveling finished. That is word for word what this manual says. The pictures don't do it much justice either, really. So I'm gonna check out some other videos and see if I can find a good translation as to how exactly I need to proceed in leveling this thing. So because I'm sure, as I say, that second print would have failed. The first print, this print stuck extremely well. It's really good. I'm happy with that as a first print. Better than the first print I did on the RatRig. Anyways, this thing came with all sorts of spares and all kinds of things. So I'm glad that I finally opened it. So yeah, I want to thank everybody that's hung around this long. We still have, it looks like 7 people on Twitch and 13 on YouTube. I thank you guys all for putting up with and hanging around, because I know there was some moments there of frustration for me with the leveling, but it's learning. It's a whole new ball game with the belt printer. So the build was easier than I thought, but the leveling was a little more difficult than I thought it would be. So, but it's a learning curve. Just like anything new, there's a learning curve to it. So everybody have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on the streams when we see you on the streams. So for now, you guys have a good night. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and we'll catch y'all later. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. They were really, really greatly appreciated. So we'll talk to you guys all later. Bye for now.